What is up, guys, and welcome back to the channel. My name is Travis, and of course you are watching TWA Motorsports. And in today's video, I've had somebody ask, so we are going to be doing a garage update. What is here? What is leaving? What you may not know about. And so we're gonna go through each one of these vehicles individually. I kind of talk about what's going on. I'll talk about some of the ones that aren't here or the ones that are up in the house garage. But yeah, I figured that would be a good time. Somebody asked about it, and maybe you haven't caught up that I bought a GTO and a Corvette. But anyway, let's go through it. We're gonna start here and just work our way back. I'm gonna kind of talk about where we're at on a project and what the next plans is, and you'll kind of see some stuff laying around that we're gonna be doing. But anyway, the Trans Am. Well, guys, the Trans Am was in the tuning process. It is running. I'm not in love with it. I mean, I'm in love with the car, and I'm not selling it. But when I get to the GTO, we'll talk about what kind of my plan is here. But I've got an oil leak. I think it's my own stupid fault. I don't think that I put a new oil pan gasket in because this thing was so drug out that I forgot to put a new oil pan gasket in. I think I put a pan on it, and I think I put a bad gasket in it, or the bottom of the block is a little off. But either way, the whole project started because of an oil leak, and I'm not gonna deal with that. So there's some other plans, but this thing does run and drive. It still needs a good alignment. I took it down to the shop, I got it close, but it still needs some. And it needs kind of like a polish. I did a paint correction on this thing back years ago, and it still looks good, but there's just some polishing that needs to be done to clean it up. Also need to adjust the headlights. I don't know where we're going with this, but what I will tell you is it is not getting sold. I know a lot of people are like, why don't you just sell that thing? Well, because I love it. And that'll make a little more sense, like I said, when we get over to the GTO. But I have no plans to sell this, but there's some possible plans that happen let's just go to the GTO and talk about it, because I'm sure some of you have seen that I've listed the GTO for sale. And I get real crazy when I buy a new project. I want to go. And then that kind of fizzles out after a while. But the whole reason I bought the GTO, I wanted a manual four-seater car. That's the whole reason I bought it. All these cars out here are automatics, including the Trans Am, and I thought, I want to have fun with a manual. I want a manual car that'll seat 4 people. And so I thought about swapping this to a manual, but I didn't want to tear another car down, and this is what I found. And so obviously I found it. We've done some stuff to it. You guys have seen recently we put the G8 wheels on it, new tires, we lowered it. Obviously it's got exhaust. We did an intake. We did a tune-up, basically plugs and wires, long tube headers, MagnaFlow catback, a few odds and ends. We just recently changed the differential fluid in it, which I'm still wanting some Torco, and if I find some on the shelf, I'm gonna be putting Torco in that thing. But I did list it for sale. And the reason why I listed it for sale is I think if this sells, I'm going to fix the oil leak in that and manual swap the car here. And I'm sure somebody's probably saying, well, why don't you just buy another car, right? Why don't you just buy a manual? Well, I'm kind of like invested in that one. And to me, it's not that big a deal. A manual swap in those is very easy, and parts are readily available. So if this car sells, that's kind of the plan there, is to use that money to put a different rear end. I'll put like a S60 or a 9-inch in that car, put a manual transmission, and it will be a 4-seat car with a manual. This has probably a little more room in the back seats, but it's not like we drive it all the time. It's just like a fun car that as a family we can get in. So that's kind of the plan there. So if this sells, which I have it listed for like $20,900, and that is me taking an absolute bath, because as you guys know, I can't do anything on the cheap. I did brakes. I mean, I've probably got $6 or $7 grand worth of just stuff that I've done to it. Wheels, suspension, the new rack, the relocation of the steering, the power steering, the headers by themselves. Just the exhaust is probably $3 grand. So if it doesn't sell for a price that I can let it go for, then it will stick around. And here's the thing, I bought a whole ton. That whole, over there beside the black tall tool chest, you see 2 heads and boxes. Guys, that is a complete heads and cam setup for this car. I bought that but there's still more stuff that it needs, and I've kind of stopped because I'm not sure if I want to put it in. But yeah, that's kind of where we're at on it. It's I don't know. We'll just see what happens. But other than that, we've got the C10. No plans, guys, to do anything to that other than drive it. It needs to be driven. It's just been setting. I did take it out and drive it with Kai the other day, just down the road and back, just to make sure it still ran. It had been so long since we've driven that thing. I blew the dust off of it, drove it down the road and back, and no plans to alter that in any way. Kind of the plan here is to not take anything else down, okay? At least more than a weekend. Back there, we've got the flat black Chevy pickup. Guys, I do still have a 6-liter over there for it. The plan here is if this all goes down, if the GTO sells, and I decide to manual swap the red car, then I'm going to use that built transmission from FLT in this. So that's really the only piece. I mean, I need a front runner set up, and I need a transmission, and I'm gonna use a 4L60 in that truck. That's really all I'm waiting on that truck to put a motor in it and get it back on the road. And that was like one of our favorite trucks. Also a truck that is never going anywhere. I did, however, guys, put a number on my C10 for somebody the other day. He bought a different truck, but I put a number on it. It was high, but I don't really care whether it sells or not. So that's kind of where we're at with those. The black truck, you're gonna see a lot of if that manual swap goes down. If this sells, the manual swap goes down, you're gonna be seeing us stab a motor in that. I've got motor mounts. I've got a lot of parts for that. Got a lot of parts for a lot of stuff out here. But on to the white truck. I have zero desire to work on that right now, and that's kind of this, I mean, I think I said that in the last update video. I'm still right there. There's too many other things that are like better priorities, and that's like really low on my list. However, I do have a ton of painted panels in my basement that I would love to get out of my basement. But be that as it may, I have no desire to work on that truck. And if you hit me with a good number, you could probably buy that truck. Not really something I want to deal with right now. I got too many other things. The black Chevy, the 53. I recently pulled this thing up to do and you may see it, I filmed some of it, but I haven't got enough content on it, but it was leaking transmission fluid. I bought something to fix the transmission leak, and then I got a little giddy and decided to air up the tires. And guys, these have a flush mount valve stem, so you have to take like a cap out, screw a valve in, and for the life of me, I cannot find that. It was wrapped in yellow tape. It was out here in the shop somewhere. I have no idea if Cam used it, thought it was something, or if it rolled under something, or I misplaced it. I looked all over the shop, could not find it. In the process, flattened the tire, had to take it down to work and get new valve stems put in it. I put the same style, but then I also got the adapter. So, but I did order a few parts for this, but they haven't shipped yet. I don't know what's going on with that. But the kind of the plan here is to address a few issues. Some of the bushings are bad on the front of this. I need to redo a couple of the airbags because they look dry rotted. And other than that, I just want to drive it. This thing starts right up. It is a carbureted 350. It does have a 700 R4 that leaks. If I can fix the leak, I really don't have any plans right now of doing anything crazy with this other than I would like to do a paint correction. I would like to ceramic coat it, and then I just want to drive it, enjoy it. It's a nice little cruiser. It doesn't ride the greatest, but I think part of that's just the airbags, kind of the setup on it. We may address some of that. Like I said, I ordered some parts, but they haven't shipped, and that's kind of where we're at on it. But on to the green truck, which I'm sure, like I've been dragging my feet on this, and I went back and forth because I didn't like some of the stuff, and then we swapped, and then I didn't like some of the other stuff, so then we bought more. And so here's where we're at right now on this truck. I have sold the Heron, if John, if you're watching, I'm nothing against Heron Speed. I sold the On3 turbo kit, and I just didn't like the fitment of it. So you guys know that we put the Trick Turbo intercooler on this thing, the Monster intercooler. We did have to notch a few things, but it wasn't lining up with that kit really well. I hated the way the spark plug wires and plugs fit in that kit, and so I sold it, and it's gone. And as you can see on the floor, I just got this back. I bought the entire Trick Turbo setup. Now, this manifold is actually an On3 manifold. I had it. I didn't sell it with the other kit, so I figured I'd have it coated, but it just got back from coating, and it is ready to go on. I've got some valve springs that I'm wanting to get put in, And so you guys will be seeing that in a video coming soon. But yeah, I figured we should probably go to dual valve springs since we were going to put some more boost to this. But I did sell the entire kit, turbo included. And this is a complete trick turbo kit now. And he's been great as far as like dealing with me and talking me through bits and pieces, but I wanted to have it coated before I put it on. Guys, this is a kind of a keep forever truck. I put a lot of work in this truck, and even though it's dusty and looks like crap right now, this truck is not going anywhere. So I figured let's spend some money on it and get good stuff. So that's where we're at on it. The turbo is in that box. I think the wastegate and some other bits and pieces are in that box. We've got everything to start assembling it, waiting on valve springs to continue this progress. Now we've still got a long ways to go. We've got fueling to do, and I'd like to change up the rear suspension. I may, however, put a hold on the rear suspension if I can get the turbo kit running. May go ahead and get it dyno tuned and get it on the street, and we can always do that later at a later date. So, but I think I'm gonna have to take the bed off to do the fuel system. So I don't know, we'll just see where it goes from there, but that's kind of where we're at on it. And then back here, I did sell the forged 6-liter that came out of the red truck. It was laying here on the floor, and I went back and forth on whether I was going to put it in the green truck or not. Ultimately, guys, I just kind of want a stock 5.3 with the turbo. I don't need anything crazy. That motor, I thought I would use down the road, but there was no sense in it sitting here, so I did sell it. This is the 6-liter that's all ready to go for the flat black Chevy back there. And then this is a core that I actually bought from work. It's a 5.3 all aluminum. Not sure what I'm gonna do with it. Not sure why I even needed it, but it was dirt cheap. And those blocks are like kind of sought after. I used the heads to get redone. That is the heads that you see back here behind me that I told you I bought for the GTO. So I basically bought it for the heads, but I got the whole motor. There's really no, it like runs and drives, it just burns oil. I think one of the rings is like kind of carboned up. So I don't know. We may just keep that in the box. It didn't hurt anything back here. It may be one of those deals I sell later on. But like I said, I've got heads that came off of it. I had them CNC'd for the GTO. Cam, stuff like that, valve springs and whatnot. And I'm sure somebody's thinking, why not use the valve springs there? Well, I'm keeping that as a kit because I don't know what's going to go on with it. Other than that, I think that covers everything except maybe the Corvette, which you guys recently saw a video where we lowered this thing a little bit more with the lowering bolts, and we put some chrome wheels on it because, you know, Travis cannot stand flat black wheels or black wheels in general. It's just not my thing. This car looks so much better with these chrome wheels. I don't know. I just can't do the black wheels. But I think that covers everything that's laying out here. I did get a newer NBS or Trailblazer SS intake that's sitting there. I'm kind of debating on whether I'm going to put that on the green truck or not. Obviously, we got the black wheels that haven't sold yet from the Corvette setting back there. I don't know. That's pretty much covers everything that's out here in the shop. Now, the stuff that's not here. So the 55 Chevy, guys, that's slowly getting worked over by 417 Motorsports. I'm not, obviously I don't have a ton of room. I've actually got the red truck outside here. I've been parking it in the center. Cohen has his Corvette up in the top garage right now, just for ease of moving stuff in and out. And Dana's car is still broken from the hail. We have an appointment tentatively set for July. It's crazy because all the hail damage around here, all these body shops are booked up. We may try to find another avenue, but as of right now, that's kind of where we're at on it. And I've just been daily driving the shop truck, actually. I haven't been driving the crew cab much. I've actually been contemplating selling that truck and buying an SUV for, you know, people moving. But anyway, hopefully you guys enjoyed the little shop update. Not a lot going on. Well, there's a lot going on, just not a lot of time to work on it. There's so many things that I want to do at all times. And yeah, it's never ending. I'm always looking, and I don't know why. I don't want any more cars. I'm very happy with what I've got. Truly blessed to have the things that I have. And you know, we'll see. If something sells, I always feel like obligated to buy something else. That's kind of where the blue C7 came in, is I sold the C8, and I just didn't, I felt like I was wasting a sales tax credit if I didn't buy something. But I'm really happy with the C8 or the C7. I just really like this car. I love the color, I love the stance, I love the look, I love the power. I don't know if we'll ever do anything else to it, maybe, but as of right now, I would like to get the red Trans Am back going. I would like to get the green truck finished up. The green truck would get rid of a ton of this crap that I have piled up here, and also free up a 2-post lift that has been down for several months now. But anyway, if you guys did enjoy this update, please, like always, smash that thumbs up button. Guys, if you are not subscribed, go down, hit the subscribe, ring that bell notification. That will notify you every single time we drop a new video on one of these cars. And stay tuned to see what we work on next.